Hey everybody, it's me, Marquita, and I'm watching Belinda Strouder. I think that's how you say her last name. My whole point of me making it is when, what's his name, J.D. Vance, he called China peasants, that they are not. I mean, one girl said that the word peasant is not bad over there. Like, I don't know. This is me recycle information. She's like, usually when you say peasants over in China, that means a farmer, somebody that grows things to help feed somebody, aka farmer. Now, when J.D. Vance is like, yeah, we're putting tariffs on China and they're peasants and they're basically, he called them piss poor, just piss poor. And like I said, when TikTok closed down back in early January for that one day, and the only reason why it came back is because that boy, because he looked young, looked like maybe 21, if that old, bought a banana for 60 million with an M, and then he was like, I bought it because I'm hungry, and then peeled it and ate it. So that boy bought a $60 million banana and ate it. Is the one that made a deal with Trump, and then coincidentally TikTok came back, even though all of 23, 24, all you heard is China selling your information. Why would they want your information? Like, they are 5 years advanced than the United States. So why do they want to go back in the past when they are more advanced than the United States? Anyhow, like I said, I'm not afraid to learn. So when people say Americans are dumb, I'm not going to defend yes or no, because not everybody in the United States is dumb. I know because I watch videos, and I'm not saying this is a blanket statement for all of Asia. I am saying from the videos that I've seen of this little boy, when he came home, he used to come home every Sunday because I think their school is like 10 hours a day. And they get breakfast, lunch, and dinner at school. And they also sleep at school. So they get fed at school. And they in that video, and I wish I could remember who it was, because I would shout out that person so that y'all can look for yourselves, if so happen anybody watches this video. So it wasn't like a boarding school. It was a regular school. But they get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes, they go to school for like 10 hours a day. And they slept, like they had their own sleeping pods, because they wore a uniform. Like I said, it was not a boarding school. It was just a regular school with a uniform. They, I think, had 14 uniforms, so that you're not, because, and they wash your uniforms for you, or you could choose to take them home with you on Sunday and wash your uniform and then bring it back to school. But if you don't want to do that, when they went home on Sunday, then and they only went home on Sunday just to have dinner with their family. Okay. So, me saying all that, with them going to school for like 10 hours a day, when they graduated, their education level was what kind of equates to sophomore year in college. And they are just 17 graduating high school. So their 17-year-old high school senior is equivalent to some of the United States sophomore year in college. Now, yes, as a kid, I don't want to go to school for 10 hours, but if that's all that I know and I don't know nothing else, then of course I would go to sleep. Yeah, I would go to school for 10 hours. Now, I bring that up because when TikTok closed down for that one day before, you know what, allegedly, because I have no proof, but when TikTok came back, somebody's pockets might have got lined. I'm assuming, hypothetically, allegedly, all the filler buzzwords. But when they came back, people was like, oh, I need TikTok. They seen Redbook. Now, the only way that you knew that was Redbook is if you knew how to read Asian languages, because I think it was like there was different parts of it. It's like one, I'm gonna say group, because I didn't go on there. I don't have TikTok and I never been on Redbook. And out of respect for them, I will not go on Redbook, because when TikTok closed down, everybody went over to Redbook because it's like TikTok. But like you could go in, and if you speak Mandarin, you can go in and talk to people in Mandarin. If you speak Japanese, you can go in and talk to people in Japanese. So it's like different parts. And when Americans went over there, or people that speak, no, I'm going to say Americans, because I think it was the majority of Americans, they went over there saying, y'all need to speak English. And it's like, excuse me? Y'all came over to our house. And why would I speak English? I don't speak English. I know it. I can. But that's not my language. That's your language. And then, when a couple of these maggots went over there, they're like, oh, y'all brokey, y'all poor, y'all, all this, y'all poor, y'all broke, y'all ain't nothing, y'all behind us. And they're like, okay, I work 30 hours a week. I own my house. I own my car. My car is 3 years advanced. Like, my car is what y'all were just now starting to research, aka self-driving cars. Like that's old technology to us. Y'all were just now in 2025 looking how to get self-driving cars. We've been doing that for a couple of years. You're calling us broke, but I own my house, which was maybe in American cash, like $80,000. And it's like a 6-bedroom penthouse or something. Like, I don't know. This ain't what they said specifically. Basically, what they said specifically, in verbatim, is you're saying we're poor when we could go to the grocery store and spend $50 and get a month worth of groceries. When y'all go, and they didn't say y'all, let me have it, but they was like, but y'all go into y'all store and spend $200, and that's not even a week worth of food. But we're poor. Um, you're saying that we're dumb, but y'all were just now researching things like self-driving cars, AI restaurants where you go in and there's a restaurant or there's a robot that meets you at the door. You touch the pad, it will roll because it's on wheels. It will lead you to the table, and you can either talk to the robot and it will take your order, or you can use your keypad or your little tablet, iPad that's on the table and type in your thing while a robot in the back is cooking your food, and the only human that is at that restaurant only comes in to restock the ingredients. But we're done. Okay. We're more advanced. Like y'all were just now starting to learn it. We've been having it for years. You also said that we're also dumb because what was it? It was you're saying that we're poor. Yeah, we're also poor because we have BSN. I don't even know if that's the name of the company. But we're dumb and we're poor because we buy off of this website. We buy our Louis Vuitton, our Gucci, according to y'all say, our Louis Vuitton, our Gucci, our Prada, our Fat Farm. Like, come on now, I'm poor. Like, I never claimed to be rich. I know I'm poor. But you're saying that we buy all these off-brand off of this website, when let me let y'all see the man behind the curtain. That Louis Vuitton bag that you bought for $1,500 and I bought it for $50, the same person made it. I paid $50, you paid $1,500. When Johnny Zest is the one that made both of our bags. But I'm dumb and I'm poor. But say less. Like I said, I have never, ever claimed that America is the beacon in the sky. Because, like I said, I might not be the smartest person in the world, and I never claimed to be. But what I can say is I respect other people. I respect everybody. Because like I said, nobody's better than me, and I'm not better than anybody. We're all equal. That's why I preach equality for all. For all. There's no exceptions. That's even for murderers. Equality. If you kill somebody, I believe in the death penalty. No, I don't want that person killed, because that's just a quick punishment. I want them to have to serve how many years that they have left on this here earth, never being able to get out. If I was up for torture, I would say, let's bring on the brick wall back, the brick room. Let's bring that back. But see, I'm not cruel. I don't want nobody to be bricked up in a room and then you only knock down the brick wall when that person dies, because you brick them up. They're standing. They can't lay down. They can't sleep. They're not getting fed. I'm not for that cruelty. I'm not. I want that person that did a heinous crime, I want them to be able to be in jail until they are no longer on this earth. I don't want them to be killed. I want them to have to think about their crimes every single day. Every single day. Equality. You killed somebody, now you are never going to get out of prison. Now you are going to die. And yeah, it will be easy for you to get a lethal injection. It will be easy if you got the electric chair. It will be easy if you got the gas chamber. It will be easy if you go out back and get the 50 gun salute. But the guns are facing you. That would be easy. And maybe you deserve that. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to give that to you. Because I want you to be alive. I do. I want you to be alive. But I want you to have to think about that. You know what? Let's split the difference. You will have to be alone in solitary. Now you get fed, you have a toilet, you have a bed. You even have a window. You can't touch it. But you even get a window. You can't look out that window, but light's coming into your room, into your solitary cell. So you get a window, you just can't get up. You can't climb up your wall. There's no physical way that you can climb up there. And let's say that you do figure out a way to climb up to look out that thing. The only thing you're going to be looking at is another building. Or, let's say, because, yeah. So, when you get up there, you just could be looking at the person in the other cell. That's a building beside you. But y'all are both getting light. You know what? Why am I trying? You know what? Scratch all that. I'm not cool. I want that person to be alive. I want that person to see the light shining at the window that's basically on the ceiling. Not on the ceiling, but at the very tip top. And that them bricks, cement, whatever you want to call it, whatever it's made out of, metal. No, because it might get hot in there. Because I don't want the person to suffer as far as like freeze to death or die of heat thing. No. I want you to have a fan in the summer. And maybe a little, no, you know what? I don't know what I want. All I want, you know what I don't want. Because I got some things in my head, but that's saying. My whole biggest point is that when people actually sit back and just really think of their lives, this is rich people too. This is people that don't even have to make a grocery list. Don't have to check how much money you got in your banking account. You could just go. Let me say, these people that want to be like Elon Musk, which he is property rich, but not money rich. I want them people, everybody that thinks that the almighty dollar or currency of whatever, I want them to think, okay, I'm happy, right? So if I'm happy, that means I'm going to wake up and say nothing bad about anybody. Because if you're not miserable, you wouldn't shit on somebody that is voicing their opinion on the way that their life is. Because I'm going to say Elon Trump Vance, the bitch, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries. Like I'm saying these people, Mitch McConnell. I'm saying all these people because I can, like, if they just give me that interest off of their money, I'll be good. I'll be good for a year. Just off that interest. Especially Elon. Like, I'll be good for probably about 2 years just off of the interest off of, not even one day. Like 4 hours. Give me the interest off of the 4 hours that you have. I'll be good for like a year or two. I'm poor. But I want them to honestly wake up and be like, kind of like Unpretty by TLC. I could buy my hair if it won't grow. I could fix my nose if you say so. I could buy all the makeup that men can make. But if you look inside you and, you know, basically, why do you feel so damn unpretty? That's literally the world. If you're happy with you, Olivia K is for Karen Johnson, then you wouldn't be with, and I'm not in this beat, but I'm putting my little 2 cents. I'm sprinkling, I'm doing Salt Bae. I'm doing Salt Bae on Olivia from Live Life. If you're okay with your weight loss, why does it matter that someone else is fat? If you're okay with your teeth, why does it care that somebody else don't have healthy teeth? If you're okay with the way that you're raising your kids, why do you care about how somebody else raises their kids? If you don't worry about nothing, if you're not on welfare, if you doing your Bitcoin, her words, not mine, if you got your bills paid for, her words, not mine. If you don't have to buy anything, your words, not mine. If you don't have to pay child support for your 3 oldest kids, and you think that's okay, and that you are doing your Bitcoin, her words, not mine. Why are you mad if somebody is losing weight the same way that you are? If somebody is raising their kids different than you? If somebody is making money the same way you are, but according to her, she don't make any money. Okay, if you're not making any money by staying on the internet, making videos, making lives for about 18 hours of the day, you're not too bright. I don't need somebody to tell me you're doing a great job, because I know that I am doing the best job that I can do, and everything that I do for my kids. I do for my kids everything. In the late 1970s, I buy food. I don't get food stamps. I do not get food stamps. I am poor, but I do not get food stamps. Wish that I did. Wish I did. Because I spend cash that I save up to buy food. I use cash that I saved up to buy everything in the house. Like me and Gary. Let me say that. Me and Gary were 2-parent households. And when we buy stuff, like I said, I shop at Sam's Club. You know, yeah, I probably shouldn't, but I do that because I don't have the luxury to just go to the store if I need anything. I don't have that luxury. So when I do go grocery shopping, then I have to make sure that I buy enough food for 5 weeks. I do. I have to make sure that I buy enough food for 5 weeks. And if I do a big haul, which I try to do one big bulk thing a month if I can. Like, what I mean by that is because I gotta plan it out because, like I said, I am poor. I am poor. So, if I know, okay, we're running low on spaghetti, let me see how many boxes of pasta that I have. And then I sit down and I go, okay, I got maybe 2 bags of, because I get the angel hair because, y'all know, I ain't got no teeth. But no, my teeth didn't fall out because I was dirty. My teeth fell out because my brain, after my double brain surgery, my brain started attacking my teeth. So by default, they started falling out, and I got them all pulled out. And because of said things and patches, I can't get false teeth. That's why I don't have false teeth. Anyhow. So, if I got like 2 bags of angel hair pasta, I know that that's 4 meals because it's just 4 of us in the family. And so we use half a pack, which is 1 pound bag of angel hair pasta. And so that 1 pack we break into 2 different meals. Like if we fix the whole thing, then we eat off of that. Like a couple of meals, a couple of days in a row. I grew up poor. I grew up on canned foods. I grew up on food stamps. I grew up on AFCC. I grew up on food pantry. Wish that I could get commodities back, because I'm telling y'all, that government cheese and that government peanut butter, fill my house up with it, because that was the best cheese and best peanut butter I have ever had, but I'm poor. So, if I know I want to refill on pasta, boxes of pasta, which Walmart, 98 cents, I know that, okay, I know if I get the angel hair pasta from Walmart, sometimes it's cheaper at Sam's when you get the 6-pack. It like breaks down to like 80 cents a pack, you know, because it's a 6-pack. But if not, I get it from Walmart. But I know that, okay, I need to make sure I have enough, because they're 1 pound. I need to make sure that I got enough for a couple of meals. So I usually buy like 12 to 24 boxes or packs. Like if it's a 6-pack, I don't, of course, buy 24 6-packs. But like I buy enough to my spaghetti is refilled. Then I go to, okay, I like panini noodles. Or not panini. Ugh, no, not panini. Because when you boil the panini, they don't never get soft. And like I said, I ain't got no teeth. The rigatoni. I like the rigatoni noodles. Because when you boil them, they get bigger. I like the fettuccine or linguine. To me, they look the exact same thing. I like that, but I don't have to have that. Like I said, angel hair pasta. I could get regular spaghetti. But I'm even, if I don't have any of them noodles. I have ramen, top ramen. Now, I have told this story multiple times that I have a friend, and I think to him, he thinks he's helping out, but in reality, he's not. Because I have a food insecurity. I do. I have a food insecurity. So my thought is, I'm gonna try to keep food in the house that my kids like, but I'm also gonna have food in the house that if I can, if I need to, I could throw something together. Gary, you should have put peas in the Alfred in this prolong peas, canned peas. That would have been really good. Yeah. Um. But my point of it is if I need noodles, I try to do like a big bulk of noodles. If it's canned vegetables, that, okay, like right now we are, I think in May, the big bulk order, or even April, might be vegetables, because I was gonna get I think I might steal, because I got room in my deep freezer, to get like 24 bags of the frozen vegetables, which are 79 cents, I do believe, at my local Walmart. When I could get a can of the peas and carrots, and we're getting it like that so that we can make our own shepherd's pie. But I think I'm going to get the ones that are frozen so that we take out one bag and either put that whole bag or split that into two different meals. Like but we don't like just eat the carrots and peas, by themselves. We only put that like in like Popeyes or shepherd's pie, like different things like that. But like vegetables that we will eat, like as a side dish, is corn and green beans. But that's just my family. Like, we're not bougie, and I'm never afraid to go to a food pantry. Never. But like I said, I try to keep food in the house that my kids like, but I also try to keep things in my house that if I need to throw something together, I have food. And that Pacific friend is like, you're a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. If I'm a hoarder, that means I get food that I don't eat. All my food that I have, we eat. Now, yeah, like I said, I tend to buy things in bulk, because that's not the only thing that I buy. So, like, if I need pasta, I don't just buy pasta and no other food. That's just my bulk item for that month. Then I know, okay, I got like 24 to 48 boxes or bags of this pasta. And it's not just like one pasta. It's like the elbow macaronis, the rigatoni, the spaghetti, and whatever pasta I'm doing, yes, I get them in bulk, because the next month I don't have to buy that item. But that's something that we use. We use that in rotation. I also used to do that with milk. I have not found a good milk, but I started doing that when my kids, when the doctor was like, okay, they need the Amphidophilus milk. Back in 2016, Amphidophilus milk was $5 a gallon. That gallon of milk is $15 at Walmart. I can't afford that. So this is back in 2016 when it was $5. I said, well, I could just get lactose-free milk, a 6-pack, for $8. Like, yeah, it's a little over $1 a carton, but I bought, I think it was 12 6-packs. So that's like a lot of things of milk. And I bought that. And yeah, we was not going to use all that milk. And I think it lasted us like 3 months. After 3 months, it was time. But I think it might have stretched to 6 months. Now it might just be 3 months. But my point of it is when I bought it, it's shelf stable. So I don't need it in the refrigerator. I don't need a freezer. I could put it on my cabinet, on my shelf. Because it's shelf stable milk. And then when my kids needed milk, they get one off the shelf, open it, put it in the refrigerator. But I did that, and that really was a big bulk. It was like maybe $80 for the for the 12 6-packs. Yeah, it's expensive, but I didn't have to buy milk for 6 months. Ramen noodles. Them are fill-in, and it's basically my kids, because my kids, they know how to cook ramen noodles. So if they get hungry, we haven't cooked anything, and they don't want to eat leftovers, they know, okay, I don't want to eat spaghetti. I don't want to eat the Alfredo noodles that we had last night. I want to eat these. Oh, I don't want to eat the chili. I don't want to eat the da-da-da. Okay. I have Top Ramen. I have canned chicken. I have tuna. They know how to whip it up. They know how to get it, fix it up to the way that they like it, which they are me and I am them, because I like putting hot sauce on canned chicken. I like putting hot sauce on the cheese sticks, no, the shredded cheese things, and by default, so does my 2 little bunkin heads. They eat just like me. But see, I'm a unique person. Like I said, I don't like meat. I keep it in the house because I'm not the only one that's eating in this house. So yeah, I might have like boiled eggs. Like I don't, but like let's say that I have deviled eggs or boiled eggs. What are you doing? Why are you taking all your stickers off?
It was peeling off.
Okay, you should have just. Well, now Savannah's not gonna. Is that hers?
No.
I was about to say, you took all her stickers off. But you better put it back on or she's not going to let you have any more stickers.
Yeah.
Because she bought that with her allowance. Like, I didn't buy that. Biscuit. Buddy, I see you. Look, buddy, I just got my computer back working. Yes. And look, see, I'm in a picture. Can I have a fat kiss?
No.
Buddy, you're like 10 pounds. Please, buddy, let me at least close it. Come on. Nobody is telling you can't get into the... Okay, look. Now you can stand. I just don't want you to break my computer. I might be still up under warranty. Not like, and I don't want to go and get a new computer because I literally just... Okay, so guys, let me let you know. Something happened to where my computer would not read wouldn't read the internet. If y'all remember me telling y'all that. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on, I was playing The Sims. I'm gonna say this. Because I was trying to rebuild the stores. So, it's reading my internet again. This is my background now. And like my lock screen thingy, it won't save it. And I'm so mad. Cause, here, let me do lock. See, it's not saving my one picture. No, I do like it. I think it's pretty. It's interesting. Okay, I don't want to go there. I just said I think it was pretty. But this is what I'm trying to save. No. Let's see if it'll do it now. Save as. Nope. Lock screen. I might just have to get a different picture. Let me see if it did it. Nope. I'm going to have to figure out because I want my Pokemon Posty back. Anyways, I just wanted y'all to see that. But yeah. I know that China are not the brokies. And I know that the United States is not the beacon in the sky.